Well, g'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Tonight I am cooking my dinner and we're going to do something a little bit different. It's a chorizo and kale hash. I've got some potatoes on and I'm parboiling them, and we'll nick out to the garden and we'll go grab some kale. Alright, see you out there. Okay, we're going to use Dana's little knife just to harvest with. All we're going to do is take off the larger leaves right down at the stem. Okay, we'll take those inside, give them a rinse, and they'll be ready for tonight's dinner. Alright, away we go. Start off with just a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Those potatoes are going to soak up a bit. And we're going to throw in a medium-sized onion. And our chorizo, and we'll just let that all cook. We want to soften up the onion, maybe get a bit of colour on it and get some colour on the chorizo and release some of the natural oils in it and the paprika. You'll notice a golden oil coming out of it, and that is the delicious part. That's why you use the chorizo. So we'll let that warm for a bit and then we'll come back. As you can see, we're getting a little bit of colour coming out. Our onions are softening up. So we'll give it a little bit more and then we'll go in with the potato. Alright, there we are, a bit more colour to it. Now, I'm going to add a touch more oil because, as I said, the potatoes will soak up a bit of oil. And we are also going to season it before we go in with the potatoes, and that way the potatoes are going to suck up the seasoning as well as the oil. So some pepper and some garlic salt. Now there is garlic in the chorizo, but I really like garlic, so a wee bit more isn't going to hurt. Now we will add our potatoes in. Okay, we need to be a bit more gentle now because the potatoes are going to fall apart if we're too rough. I've just added in 4 small to medium sized potatoes. There's 1 chorizo sausage plus the 1 brown onion. So we'll just bring the heat down a wee bit and just let that cook away for a bit, just turning it occasionally. Alright, you can see we're starting to pick up some colour on the spuds there. Plenty of colour on everything else. It is all looking good. Alright, next up we're going to do a couple of eggs for it. Okay, and while our eggs are cooking, we're going to add our kale in. Now let's just chop the kale up roughly. And by roughly, I mean very roughly. I've run the knife through it a couple times. Mainly just to separate the stalks. I'm not pulling the stalks off or anything. It's fairly immature kale. It's not super hard stalks or anything like that. You can eat them straight up. There's no bitterness. There's a little bit of crunch to them, but that's fine. Okay, and we're just gonna cover up with a lid, balance it properly, get it in the egg. All right, and that's just gonna help to steam the kale down and also to cook the top of the eggs. So we'll be back in a bit. Okay, there's our eggs pretty much done. Kale's close, but not quite there yet. I'll bring the eggs out a little early because they'll continue to cook off the heat. I don't want them overdone. Oop. So that's them. We'll let them rest for a second. And we'll give all of this a turn. Get that kale starting to mix through. As I said, we're close, but not quite there yet. But it is looking and smelling great, let me tell you. Alright, cover it up and give it a couple more minutes. Okay, just had one stir in between, but that's about where we're looking for. The kale's nice and wilted down. I don't want it down to nothing. Alright, last thing I'm gonna do is a bit of lime juice. You can use lemon, lime, whichever you have handy. As you can see, I'm just using the stuff in the bottle. So that'll just help to cut through the oil a bit and freshen up the flavours. Alright, now if your significant other's not on the other side of the world like mine is, you could just put the egg back on top, or you could even cook the egg on top and serve it up in the pan as a couple's dish. But since I don't have that luxury, I'm going to serve it up in a bowl, and the rest will be leftovers for tomorrow for me. Okay, there's a hash, there's that egg on top. And we will serve it up with a nice couple of thick slices of panna di casa. So there we are, a nice simple peasant dish with all the flavours of Spain in it. You know, magnificent little thing. Nice, simple, quick to do. So that's the reason I took those eggs out when I did, so I can break them, and it helps to sauce things up. So chorizo, kale, onion, potato. Oh, that is really, really good. Sorry, need a second bite. Yep, that is awesome. All right, thank you everyone for watching along. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit that little bell notification so you know when I've got further recipes or any of the other series that I do coming out. Again, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.